and Poorly Show with Derek and Eduardo. Each week they meet to discuss a variety of pop culture topics and your mom. Learn more about your hosts and their tried and true use of mom jokes that aren't played out at all at tspn.fun. Because your time is no fun unless you are spending it poorly. Come spend yours with us. Without further delay, here are your hosts, Derek and Eduardo.
Yeah.
All right.
Ska music.
Yeah, what's that intro's name? We got to give credit where credit's due, right?
This is Incompetech.com. Kevin MacLeod still. This track is called
Blue Ska. Blue Skies.
Blue Skies.
Smiling at ya. Incompetech.com. Welcome to the show. I am Eduardo.
This is Derek, of course, for the Time Spent Poorly Network.
Welcome to the Time Spent Poorly show.
And this is Season 2, Episode 1.
That's right. That's right. And if you've not listened to Season 1, the name and title might look different. But rest assured.
We took no time off in between this one and the ending of that show.
Right.
But for those of you if you are just now listening to the Time Spent Poorly Show, Season 2, Episode 1.
If you're enthusiasts, there's 65 other episodes of our show.
It's just called...
That's something different.
Different show. So you'll have to go through our Spotify and find it.
Yeah.
But I would say when you find that other show, it ends at 65.
Yeah. And it's named. It's called out by name. But we're not going to... That's the challenge I have for this episode, is we're not going to say the name of the other show, because it's no longer a show.
No. But you know what? It's a good show. This one's going to be a better show. This is why this one's going to be a better show, though, is because we have plans for this show.
Well, how about this music, eh?
And we have a better intro song. Barely.
I got hooked on
I honestly like Surf Shimmy, but we can't bring it back now.
No. Well, and we have people working on intro music for us.
We do, yeah. This song's not even the permanent song for this.
So this is a standby until we get that. The
goal is to have, and I mean no offense to you, Kevin, in advance. The goal is to have no more Kevin MacLeod and Compotech music on this. All originals. But that was it. That's the end of the show.
We'll see you later.
Let's go back to the other one. No, okay. So, first off, a couple things out of the way for this week. First off, let's go around the room. It's two of us here. Let's go around the room. How's your week so far?
Not terrible.
Okay.
Yours?
Same. We're almost there. The reason why I like this show on Tuesdays, I think, am I echoey? Am I a little echoey?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. I feel like I like this show.
The effects aren't on. On Thursdays, you mean?
I like this show on Thursdays because we have one more. It's Friday tomorrow, so it's like Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, yeah.
It is, yeah. I mean, that's nice. That's always a nice thing. It's a relief that tomorrow is Friday. So we can always come into this with, no matter what kind of week we've had.
Right. No, yeah, I agree. We come into this with, could have had the shittiest of weeks, but it's almost over.
It is. And you know what? And this show being aptly called Time Spent Poorly couldn't be called that at any better time than this week, because there are so many goddamn things on the TV to watch right now.
I know. I was watching the NHL playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoff.
At the same time that Portland had that buzzer beater game on Monday or Tuesday, whatever night that was, that I texted everybody in the world and was gleefully yelling with joy. And apparently, I do want to talk about this, but hold on. Okay, so that same night that the buzzer beater happened, for those of you who missed it, Damian Lillard had a really fun buzzer beater in the Oklahoma City and Portland game in the playoffs elimination game for OKC, not for Portland. Man, send them home. 3 seconds left. That same night, during the NHL playoffs games, that was Game 7 of the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights.
Wow.
Overtime.
Yeah.
Where the San Jose came back in that series. I think they had lost 3. They hadn't won a game yet, and they came back like 0-3, and then came back and won that series overall.
Which night was it that they had double overtime? Was that the same?
That might have been the one.
That was Sunday.
Oh, was that Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't this one then. But that was the Tuesday, I think, is when the game I watched. Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember. God, this fucking week. I don't know. I don't know what day it is. Anyway, boy, what a fun game though. So I didn't watch. That's my whole point. I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch San Jose and the Golden Knights. I didn't watch it because I was watching Portland. So that's going on though. NHL, right? The playoffs.
Yeah.
You got playoff basketball going on tonight's. By the way, we're only on sports right now. We're only on sports. That's what's on right now. But there's so many other things. So the other thing though is the NFL draft is tonight. If we were doing a sports program, we would be talking about the NFL draft. That's happening too. That's happening today, right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, that's just sports. You know what else is out? Avengers Endgame. That's out this week. That's out today. Okay, so there's Avengers Endgame.
I bought my tickets for that.
Did you?
Yep, we're going Sunday.
See? Okay, so Avengers Endgame, that's coming out, right? Game of Thrones, this next weekend's supposed to be the one where everybody dies.
Well, not everybody.
But I mean,
a good amount, I'm gonna guess.
I mean,
what if they were like, everybody does die? They end it, and then they're like, we were just kidding. We only made 3 episodes.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Is it? It is only 6 episodes long though, right?
There's only 4 more, but these next ones are gonna be bloated in size.
Yeah. So this next one is where everybody dies. So that's gonna be a big one. Okay.
So here's my theory.
Okay.
I don't think. Okay, spoilers. We're talking Game of Thrones right now.
Yeah, we don't have to get into nitty gritties, but.
But yeah, no, I'm not going to go into super detail. But
you got 48 hours, now, motherfucker. Watch it.
Yeah, I think that.
Watch the show.
I think they kill the Night King.
Sure.
I think they beat the Night King because I think the real war is between Cersei and all.
Yeah.
Of them. I think that's the.
Man, I'd be really disappointed, but fair. Fair. I want the Night King to win.
Do you? You want him to send him into darkness?
Yep, Team Night King.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain why.
Because I don't like a lot of the other characters. I like the Night King.
Because he's so mysterious?
Because he's a badass. He's just a walking...
He just does shit like this.
Yeah.
And then kind of...
Yeah, and then throws spears into dragons and turns them into zombie ice dragons. Fuck yeah, it's rad. It's cool. That's a cool thing. I don't know. I like bad guys.
Yeah. I think what I like about the Night King, if I were to say, is just the mysteriousness about.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
the mysteriousness is cool. I would say probably if I'm gonna root for anybody though. I'm probably gonna go with like what everybody would go for and say like Jon. Like I'd want Jon to win in the end. Snow. I don't think he does.
Do you think there's gonna be conflict between he and Dany?
Yeah.
Or do you think he's gonna cede to her?
Well, I think he's gonna cede to her in a couple ways.
He's gonna put his seed in her.
That's so disgusting when that dude's like. When that dude bangs Cersei, and he's like, the dude bangs Cersei, and he's like, I'm gonna put a prince in your belly. It's like, I hate how they talk in that show. It's like, I'm gonna put a little prince in that belly.
Jenny,
I'm gonna put a prince in that belly. That really changes the dynamic of that show. Iron Giant's Bane, is that the one that suckled on the giant woman for months?
Yeah.
I love that character.
He's great.
I also love... Oh, do you know why I think everybody dies in this next episode? Because the last episode was super, like, cheesy sweet.
Yeah, nostalgia heavy. I think they closed up a lot of story arcs.
Yep, they did.
So that those people could get killed.
Yeah.
And it would be sad, but at the same time, you're like, okay, but I know.
Oh, boo! As soon as
Brienne's dying.
As soon as she got knighted,
Theon's dying.
Yeah, as soon as she got knighted, I was like, that's.
I was ready for her to die that episode.
Sure.
I thought.
Yeah.
I was like.
I'm gonna honestly, I was like.
Keep on wondering, keep on pausing to see how much time is left.
In the name of Coffin Nails 1, 2, and 3, I hereby knight you, Sir. Brienne of You're Dead in this episode. Sorry, that's a spoiler. Brienne is knighted. She's dead now. She's not gonna. I don't know if she's dead. But
she's gonna be.
Dude. That was a warrant. And then, what's his name? Yeah,
Theon.
Reek.
Yeah. Reek.
That's what they named him, right?
Yeah, well, that's what...
that's what what's-his-face names him.
Bolton.
Yeah. He's
Ramsay.
dead. That dude's
he's gone.
fucking dead.
As soon as he volunteered to guard Bran...
Yeah, so dead.
Dead.
So dead.
But I don't know about Bran. Bran's going to live somehow, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bran will die. I just don't know when.
There's a theory floating around out there that Bran is actually the Night King.
Yeah, the Night King. Why do I say Ice King? Night King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that too. How much space travel is going to be in the Avengers? That's what I want to know. There are so many things coming out. There are so many things coming out, right? I am actually, Ward, I am on episode 8 of Cobra Kai.
I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
I'm almost done.
So I have something. Okay, so let's move on to Cobra Kai. Game of Thrones, we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
We know nothing, Jon Snow. Anyway.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know she's married to him?
Yeah.
They're married? Yeah.
I think she's a babe.
Yeah, she's in that The Good Fight show.
Oh, yeah, I want you stuck on my clit. You know nothing of Jon Snow.
Can I have a drink? Please? Thank you. So, yeah. Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. Well, first Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah. Cobra Kai. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I have some thoughts, and I don't, and it's not to sound negative because I do like the show, and I think it's got a lot of heart and there's a lot there. But I also feel like it's in a big way solely meant to. It's a big member-berry show.
Yeah.
And they're tugging on heartstrings based on that at this point. They weigh heavy on those flashbacks using old movie footage.
Yeah, so
which worked for me that first season.
They only do it a couple times in
the second season.
Yeah, I haven't seen it anymore. Okay. Really, here and there.
You see, it worked for the first season. I just wondered how. I sat down to watch it last night, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to work for me this year or not. And I like what I've seen so far, but I'm cautious about the longevity of it. Like, how many seasons can they stretch it out?
Oh, I don't want it to go any longer than 3.
Yeah.
And I already know how it's ending or should end. I want to say should end / is. It's pretty predictable. I mean, it's going to be a good story. Happy ending.
Yeah, they gotta have a happy ending because I think what they've done with Johnny is they've redeemed him. They've redeemed his character.
So in the new seasons, the episodes that you haven't seen, I won't spoil too much for you, but they basically, so you've seen episode 1 and 2. So you've seen where he's like, hey, you don't kick people when they're down. That's a pussy way. Like, we're going to be badass. So, like, towards the end of the season, he's, like, basically saying, like, hey, like, that's the way he did Cobra Kai. Talking about Kreese. He's like, that's the way he did Cobra Kai. I do Cobra Kai differently. There's going to be a gray area now. Like, there's going to be a gray area between of when to show mercy. There are times to show mercy because we also want to show honor. We're still going to be badass. It's just, basically saying we're evolving. How the show ends is I think it merges. I think Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do Dojo, they merge.
Yeah.
Somehow Johnny and Danny LaRusso will become friends, and they'll make that work.
Yeah, I think that's there. I think it's in the in the works. I mean, they have to.
And the only part that I haven't seen yet. So we've seen a lot of character growth from Johnny, where he's like, there is a time to show mercy. Like, we strike first. We're badass. We're cobras. There is a time to show mercy. There's a gray area. Like, this is Johnny Lawrence's, Cobra Kai. He says that.
Right.
So he's shown growth. The person that hasn't shown any growth is Danny LaRusso.
LaRusso? No,
Nothing.
I know. Yeah.
Hasn't shown a fucking bit of it. So my ending doesn't work as long as, like, Danny, he keeps just going like, no, Miyagi knows the way, defense only, blah blah blah. But I mean, eventually we're gonna need to see if my ending happens. They have to show him grow. I know how they can do it.
Because all they've painted him now as is just this guy that he's been successful because he took the high ground as a young kid, but he's just been he's kind of successful, but almost kind of like in a douchebaggy way.
Yeah,
and so he's got to kind of shake the douchebag chills that he gives. I get them from him. I'm rooting for Johnny more than I am.
So absolutely,
LaRusso because.
I absolutely am rooting for Johnny more, but the way that he could get some redemption though, and by the way, I think they did this on purpose. I think they want us to be rooting for Johnny. I really do. The show's fucking called Cobra Kai,
right? Of course.
I mean, they want
you to root for Johnny, but they also don't want to.
But they don't want us.
They don't want to just kill LaRusso and the legacy left with the Karate Kid franchise. Right.
They also have LaRusso's daughters on the Miyagi-Do side, and then Johnny's son is on that side. Like, they get. I think what they do is they'll have Danny somehow see the value of like the way Johnny does things, where it's like, hey, strike first, because a lot of the stuff where it's like, hey, we strike first, we're getting confidence. I'm this kid Hawk who was bullied and has the cleft palate, and now I've got this Hawk, and then somehow finding a middle ground, right? Like, that's how it feels like it should go. It's like there's this middle ground between the two dojos. That's how it ends.
Right.
This is where I want to see, though. Yeah, and I think you can do that in season 3. See, end of season 2, Miyagi-Do wins the tournament. Season 3, I think you honestly could have done all this in season 2, but season 3,
I feel like they're going a different direction, though. The trailer looks like it's a different direction, but I think you're right. I think season 3 is
that's
where
the end
it maxes
either way.
out.
Yeah, it's the end either way.
It is for me.
Has to be. I'll be calling it quits at the end of season 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They got to give it
they got to put a pin in it.
Faggots.
of that part. Perfect.
It's on there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want to be the first one to do that. Now everybody thinks I'm some kind of homophobe.
Better than me and thought you're a homosexual. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted to say. That's not what I wanted to say.
I hang out with these guys because I like my men meaty.
Oh.
Hold on.
I didn't even come up with the only person I would want to see in a Ghostbusters movie is Timothy Olyphant, and
I didn't do it. Ward texted me and said we weren't doing it, and then
No, we aren't doing it.
you had texted me earlier in the week saying that we weren't going to do it.
No.
let's not do it.
I've got emails from people.
Oh, okay, then let's do it. Let's go.
I'm gonna do it. I can do it. I'm just saying.
I'm doing it in like
You did send me a text saying though that we weren't going to do it though.
when?
I'll read it.
Okay, you find it.
Okay. Well, I'll have to go back because
Okay, you look for it while I pull up our.
Fat Thor. I really like Fat Thor.
me too.
Hey, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Hey, lots of spoilers on this one, folks.
Can you turn up my laptop?
Yeah, let's test that real quick.
Testes. 1,
It doesn't like
2,
I'll stay a bit longer.
3.
Cool.
We good?
I'll stay a bit longer.
Avengers.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Assemble.
I remember everything.
All right.
You look so beautiful. While I was watching him get raped.
God, he's the worst character.
I know.
He's the
He
worst
started out as
fucking
like such a
character.
cute little kid, and then it's like, dude, where'd that nose come from?
Yeah, seriously. All right.
Oh, I've got my own cam. What's up, bitches?
All right, you ready? We ready?
I'm ready.
Ow!
Ow.
It's the Time Spent Poorly Show with Derek and Eduardo. Each week they meet to discuss a variety of pop culture topics and your mom. Learn more about your hosts and their tried and true use of mom jokes that aren't played out at all at tspn.fun. Because your time's no fun unless you're spending it poorly. Come spend yours with us. Tonight's guest is my personal favorite, The Beard. Without further delay, here are your hosts, Derek and Eduardo.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate it.
I'll pass on the recasting Ghostbusters plan.
No, I wasn't saying I'm gonna. I'm gonna pass it on to Rick.
Oh, I'll pass
Oh!
Too bad Rick doesn't care about ghosts.
Pass.
This is
Yeah.
this is
It's
how
gonna
it's
take
done.
a hard pass on
no,
that.
because this is how it read to me though. You said Rick's going to Avengers tomorrow, so we can talk about it in Game of Thrones Thursday. I'll pass on recasting Ghostbusters plan, which I was like, okay, that's fine. It
like,
doesn't.
fuck
it
you.
didn't- No, actually, I was like, that's okay. I was just coming up with that as like a standby.
I'm not
Right,
the boss.
you know.
Yeah, I would like him to take the entire old cast and you just is it Harold Ramis? You just
Yeah,
replace
marionette him.
with Chevy Chase.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, that one's easy.
All right, well, let's do that really quick. Let's recast Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Let's get that out of the way.
Okay, well, I was gonna.
First off, let's say that we're gonna have some serious spoilers this episode.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
Right
if
away.
you're an Endgame watcher or have not seen the movie Avengers Endgame, you will want to stop
Yeah,
and
we are
wait
going
and
to
listen to
spoil
this
it.
after.
We do not care.
Three-eyed raven.
And
Game of Thrones.
if you are not caught up on Game of Thrones, episode 3, please season 8, please stop listening.
I tried to get my buddy to come down and hang out after Game of Thrones because shit, it launches at 6.
Yeah.
So you're
Right.
done watching it by 7:30.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, gotta watch Game of Thrones." I was like, "It already played, motherfucker. Everybody dies."
God.
Did you watch Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't seen any of it.
Okay.
You can't spoil it for me because I don't.
You don't care?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, so Cobra Kai spoilers. Anyway, so then what were you going to say before we go to Ghostbusters?
That was it.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
There's gonna be season 3 Cobra Kai.
I know. I've got news on that.
Unfortunately.
Oh, was season 2 not that good?
That's fine.
We'll talk about it.
I have one takeaway from it, really. But let's do Ghostbusters real quick, though.
Let's do Ghostbusters. I got an email from Jessie, Peter's Jessie.
Okay.
She emailed.
Cakes?
Yeah. Attached is a photo of my picks for Ghostbusters reboot. Jon Snow being a young known, and I liked what she did with this. She picked like characters, not actually.
Oh man, she
So
went deep.
she did, which I thought was kind of a cool idea. Being a young know-nothing bastard is hard work these days, even with beautiful dark hair and soulful eyes. With his secretly noble birth and can-do attitude, this dragon wolf would put the Slimer in his place.
I like that.
Next one is Rick Sanchez. Rick Sanchez is an obvious choice because science. He would obviously create and maintain wonderful ghost-busting equipment and probably invent a way to rid the world of all ghosts ever. He would have a bunch of free time. Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, okay.
Yeah. He would have a bunch of free time and spend at blips and chits, or possibly plotting on how to take down the government. Either way, no more ghosts. Number 3 is Captain Malcolm Reynolds, which is Firefly.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? I can't ever remember his name when in a clutch.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion. Captain Malcolm Reynolds. We need a broody, smartass captain, right? Mal would be in charge of the Ecto-1 and would probably punch Rick in the mouth for being a dick. Also, if you don't think he'd shoot those ghosts into submission with his brass-coated pistol, you are highly mistaken. Number 4, Hermione of Harry Potter fame. Hermione is the brightest witch of her age, and she came to maturity under the looming threat of Voldemort and the Death Eaters. This really says a lot. She is brave, selfless, clever, and a solid friend. She would certainly not abandon any of her team to a den of rage puking poltergeists. She'd be the one to figure out the riddle or piece together the clues just in time to save the day. And then there's a picture.
Does she Photoshop people into the picture?
I'll move it over. Peter did that for her.
That's nice.
We'll post the picture in the...
Nathan Fillion almost looks like Jeremy Renner.
I went with a ska version of
a ska version of
Not a very good cover.
No, it's terrible.
It's either a bad cover or it's ska.
It's both.
So I posted to one of those promote podcast pages that I ended up joining on Facebook.
Oh, was that why that was on?
Yeah.
I thought you just had idiot friends.
What's that? You thought I decided to get friends?
No, I thought you just had idiot friends.
Oh.
I just thought you personally had some idiot friends on your Facebook that were feeding into that thing.
No.
I've been judging you this whole week. I'm just like, who the fuck does this guy know? He's gonna have the worst friends that have ever existed. Okay. This feels better now. I feel better about you being my friend.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're straight up strangers.
So I posted in this podcast page. Yeah, I don't know these people. These are people I don't know.
Thank God.
Yeah. A little
I wouldn't want to know. Okay. I'm sorry, keep going.
A little participation exercise for our show this week. You get 4 currently trending or currently popular actors to choose from. Any gender, character, parallels to historic cast don't matter. Who would you cast in the upcoming Ghostbusters reboot? We'll have ours and discuss yours this Thursday on the Time Spent Poorly show. Time Spent Poorly show! The guy named Danny Rand says, give the entire reboot contract to Blumhouse and make Seth Rogen and team star in it. Taking comedies and making them dramedies is a slow-moving trend that I feel Ghostbusters would be a good medium for.
Why Blumhouse?
So I said...
What does that have anything to do with Seth Rogen?
See,
I
that's what
like where he's going.
Yeah,
though.
I looked up the Blumhouse thing because I was like, Blumhouse, where do I know that? So it's like Get Out and
That'd be the whole
Us.
movie. Like Pineapple Express.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying if you give it to the Seth Rogen crew, I like that. But where does Blumhouse fit in with that? I guess.
Well, that's what I asked. And team, like the Knocked Up, and this is the End crew could be. I said could be interesting. So then he
I hope Katherine
clarified
Heigl was the villain.
and says she was the villain in Knocked Up.
He's a villain in everything.
I'm thinking more like This Is the End / Pineapple Express, which is
That's the same
really
fucking
the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna. And then he said directed by Jordan
Were
Peele
you-
because Jordan Peele owns Blumhouse, I guess.
Oh.
He doesn't really, but he's Get Out and This and Us were through Blumhouse or Bloomhouse.
Apparently, they're really good movies. Haven't seen either one of them.
I mean, he has his own company now, though.
Right. I know he doesn't own it. I'm just saying. But that was. I don't think Blumhouse has the market cornered on good movies just yet because they've got one good director. I think Jordan Peele could go to Paramount and direct something as good
I think
as
all
if he
of that
went
stuff.
through.
I think if you throw a bunch of good shit together, that doesn't make a good thing. I don't think
Right.
that would have been good.
Well, and that's the other thing is like
I think you'd
Seth
have to
Rogen
have-
and
Idiot.
team also made Sausage Party, which was a
Idiot.
fucking shit show of a movie.
I didn't see it.
What
but
do
I
you
just
mean?
heard
It's
bad
so
things
good.
about it. I can't. The
It's bad.
the only thing I
terrible.
heard was, I can't believe I took my kids to that show. I was like, why'd you take your kids to that show?
Yeah.
Idiot.
So another guy replied. Let me find his. I should
You
have had
you
these.
don't just put a bunch of good. Jordan Peele's movies don't have the right tone for the Seth Rogen people.
And not for
Right.
Ghostbusters either.
Well, I get what he was trying to say
Danny
And-
Rand, you suck.
because
And
he's like,
so the Blumhouse thing, like that could work. Honestly, that could work without the Jordan Peele thing. I don't think those are Blumhouse movies, by the way. I actually don't think those are Blumhouse movies, but Blumhouse movies are like the Happy Death Day. I don't think. I mean, maybe they're like
I looked
a
it up.
small part, a producer of one of those movies, but I think like Blumhouse is like a dude who like produces.
Blumhouse Productions.
I don't think they have anything to do with. I mean, I wouldn't watch Us, and I don't remember seeing a Blumhouse
No.
logo.
Producing low-budget horror films such as Get Out, Us,
Really?
Insidious, Split, The Purge, Happy Death Day, Upgrade, Sinister, Paranormal Activity. So it's like they're like kind of the Dimension films
Okay.
of this era, which Dimension used to do was like the horror division of Miramax.
Right. No, I know, and I've liked some. I mean, Happy Death Day is really good. Actually, seriously, if you have not seen Happy Death Day, go watch it. It's actually really funny, and
Go.
I don't know. I think
Happy Death Day. Who is in that?
nobody. That's why it's good. That's why it's good. It's nobody notable.
I don't know any of these fuckers.
Well, so anyway,
I don't know.
next guy sent in. I've had this thought many times. Here goes.
Okay.
Adam Sandler. And then I just like mentally checked out. Jack Black, Will Smith, Mindy Kaling.
Oh, fuck. Adam Sandler and Mindy Kaling? No one would go to that.
Man, Adam Sandler is just not.
He's garbage
Ever since he went to
anymore.
Netflix, like, well, and just well,
That's-
even before then, really.
I have nothing else to say. I was gonna
I don't
go.
know. There's not.
I think my
I don't
brother
have anything good to
posted
see.
on Facebook. Did
Yeah,
you
your
post
brother.
it?
Your
I
brother
have-
did
His
too.
was actually pretty good.
I liked your brother's.
I have a good thing to say about Adam Sandler. One, he is hosting SNL this weekend, and I'm genuinely excited to see some of those.
He is hosting SNL this
He
weekend.
is hosting SNL this weekend,
Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
and I'm not gonna watch the whole show. You know that I don't watch that, but I will watch the clips as they come out online. I don't watch that show anymore. That show's garbage, trash, water.
It's not good.
But I will watch the clips they released online, and also the clips that they released for him hosting it have looked great.
Why won't Nielsen send me the package so that I can be one of the Nielsen families?
There's no such thing as that.
Oh, no. I
It still
deliver a lot of
exists.
them. Yeah.
It still exists.
Fuck yeah, it does. Where do you
Okay.
think they get the ratings? They send that shit out.
But they don't need that anymore. Why don't they just go by views on fucking YouTube TV and Hulu and all that stuff?
I don't know.
ratings.
Nielsen has themselves fooled into believing they're still necessary.
Nobody cares about that. Maybe some people care about it.
Well, some people hold on to that. Nielsen is it's a household name for
Who's
people
Nielsen?
like my dad.
My grandparents.
Your brother Chris Pratt, Daniel Craig, Rachel McAdams, and Mads Mikkelsen, which I liked every one of those choices.
Fuck,
I mean, it's
it'd
a
be
good
crazy
pick.
movie.
And then
That's
he goes, Ian
expendy.
McShane can be their secretary.
I mean, I love the cast. It'd be a little pricey.
Yeah, there'd be all difficult.
Okay, so
to
here's my
lock down.
choice. My choice is we don't see a reboot at all, but instead we see the cast and crew of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia do their own version of Ghostbusters
Best fucking
3.
idea. That is the best fucking idea.
Kind of like they did with Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
So they do that with Ghostbusters
I would pay to see that
on
in
the
theater.
show. It's been my answer.
Okay,
Without seeing
That's
the trailer
been your
or
answer?
anything, I would go to the theater.
I would
to
go
see
watch that.
I didn't have anything until today, and the more I thought about it, the less I want to reboot. The less I want any.
I don't want any
Any
more
more
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
No, I don't want any more. That's why I didn't come up with it until I sat down.
But what do
Yeah,
you?
I came up with it today after Jesse sent me hers. I was like, okay, I got it, and it's easy because it's a callback to when we did Basement Boys 2.
Okay.
I'm just throwing our Rushmore at it.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Yeah,
Go big or go home. Go
Yep.
go not
John
big.
Travolta, John Cusack, Nicolas Cage,
Bruce Willis.
and Bruce Willis.
Ooh, I love it.
That's even more expensive
Oh,
than.
but we pull.
No,
No,
if
it's not.
Not if Lionsgate
No,
does
it's
it.
not. They'd have to reboot Lionsgate,
Yeah.
which is Blumhouse, really. Hey, I actually really like your choice. My fun thing for my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode would be Mac and Dennis arguing over which one is Bill Murray.
Yeah. And
I can see the episode playing out, right?
And Danny DeVito plays Slimer.
And Danny DeVito is Slimer. But then both Mac and
I'm the
Dennis,
trash can man. No, you're not. You're Slimer, fucker.
both Mac and Dennis are arguing over who's Bill Murray.
And D is in blackface.
D is in blackface. She's playing Winston. She's Winston. Fuck! We just wrote an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The gang does Ghostbusters.
Love it. I love it.
That's the best idea right there. We don't even
I
need
love
here
it, man.
anymore.
Them doing Lethal Weapon. What was it?
Fuck
Lethal
you,
Weapon
Danny Rand.
5?
You suck.
They did Lethal Weapon 5, right? That's what it was. It was so good and it's so funny and love it.
I think her side series, The Mick, got canceled.
It did.
Both their side series. Didn't Dennis
AP
have one?
Bio is still
AP
going.
Bio's
Oh,
still
is it
going
really?
strong.
And it's good.
Hilarious.
It's getting
so
better.
funny.
It's getting better every episode.
Yeah.
My
By the
kids
way,
are into it,
a show that
and it's okay because it's on NBC, so it's still like
Right.
in that.
Clean enough.
It's
a show that got canceled recently. By the way, I want to tell you guys about this. A show that got canceled recently after 3 seasons, but we only just started watching it, is Wrecked on TBS. And it is actually quite hilarious.
that's the Samantha Bee one, right? No. That was the other one.
No,
that's
that's the Detour.
The
or
Detour, yeah.
Wrecked is one where they're like, it's like Lost, but they're wrecked. They're stranded on an island, and it has a guy from Whitest Kids You Know, and it has one of the New Zealand guys from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh wow!
It's-
You know why they canceled the shows after 3 seasons? Is after 3 seasons is when the actors start really making money, and they're not going to gain any more viewers. That's why Netflix cancels stuff within 2 or 3.
That makes
3
sense.
max.
So,
yeah. Well,
but if the show has enough notoriety and makes enough money, they'll keep it going, right?
Yes. to make a lot,
the
but-
television model used to be you had to like hit a certain number of episodes before you get into syndication.
100 episodes.
Is it
And-
still 100?
Yeah.
Well, I know that's the case
that's
for
at
most
least
shows.
5 seasons.
But that was what they did with like when Charlie
Well,
Sheen
minimum
got
4
that
If you do
Yeah.
24 episodes.
that second deal with Anger Management.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
They planned 100 episodes no matter what,
So they
so they
do
could throw it as
syndication.
syndication.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But like Netflix, that's why they canceled
makes
Santa
sense.
Clarita Diet.
They canceled that. They did?
Yeah.
Wow.
After 3 episodes because Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant were going to start making
Making too
actual
much money.
money. and they were like, "Well, it's not going to get us any more viewers."
But they won't make it as much money though.
Yeah,
because no
one's gonna get a Netflix subscription to get season 4. They've already sucked that tit.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, okay. So here's the new model then. If you're gonna write a Netflix show, no, this is it. That's fine. You just gotta adjust around it, right? So here's an idea, which is actually an idea I've said on the
do a 3-season model.
Bros. Write a fucking story arc that ends in 3 seasons. Here's an idea.
I'd rather watch a show that ends in 3 seasons.
Why not give a good show that ends in 3 seasons, has beginning, middle, and end, and then not plan anymore? And then when they're like, hey, actually, this show did really good, we want you to do more, you go, no.
Deadwood didn't have any finality, but it was 3 seasons, and it's so rewatchable. I rewatch it all the time.
I believe that. I don't think Glow is going to go I think Glow's going to do 1 more season.
I hope Glow does 1 more season, is all.
So, wouldn't that be 3?
Yeah, that would be 3.
It would be 3.
3 and out.
And then, but that's all you have to do. Why? Here's an idea. Why not make some fucking art?
Because they can't do a 4th season where they get into another set of shenanigans.
Okay, so here's my...
They're going to what, Vegas?
Right.
For their season 3?
Right.
So let's not try to up the ante for season 4. Let's go to Vegas, do whatever you're doing there, and then close it out.
Finish it out,
how
be
about
done.
the Netflix Marvel thing? They obviously aren't going to make any more things now, but they had such a problem with the 13-episode season. Why couldn't they just go into it saying, we're going to tell this story, and we're going to tell it in as many episodes as it requires? If it's 5, or if it's 12, or if it's 20. If it's so good, you just do as many, because it doesn't matter, because you're not releasing it on a weekly basis. Everybody just has all of it at once. Why can't you just make what's required? Because that's where Luke Cage failed, and Iron Fist was garbage. They could have done that in 1 episode.
Yeah.
But Luke Cage, they could have done the first 6 episodes with Cottonmouth as the bad guy. End. I loved it. And then they continue on, and no one fucking cares.
Because it all becomes filler. That's, I mean, that one of my biggest problems with the series Lost was all the fucking filler episodes. I want the essential.
Right.
But that's
Lost,
TV.
But then you have to watch the filler to get like little pieces of it too.
But when they're on,
but if you're on
ABC,
Netflix started slipping into the TV model,
and
that's
they're
where
so
they're failing.
free of that.
I know.
So I was hoping that I was let down recently, but we watched Afterlife with Ricky Gervais, which to me was 1 full season of a story where it had a beginning, middle, and end, and I was like, that was a nice little season.
That was the show, right?
It's really good. Well, last episode of the season said
cliffhanger.
Season 2 will be coming, but it ends with a perfect ending. And obviously, what happened was it probably did better than it's Ricky Gervais and. But here's the thing: is that if season 1 happened and you watched the whole thing, it did not need anything else. In fact, I may not watch the 2nd season.
Why not just go on and do a different show? That was perfect.
This is a perfect segue to get into real quick. You haven't seen it, but Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it's exactly perfect.
We actually talked about this. So I watched all of season 2, and now you have 2, right?
Yes.
It's on YouTube?
YouTube TV and YouTube Red.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Wait until September. And okay. Oh, let me read the news for it. YouTube renews Cobra Kai for season 3. Makes all shows free. This is today.
Oh, you have to pay for YouTube TV?
Yeah. If you still haven't checked out Cobra Kai, YouTube's surprisingly wonderful Karate Kid sequel series, pretty soon you'll have no excuses left. The streaming service announced Thursday that not only their half-hour martial arts dramedy will be back for a 3rd season in 2020, it will no longer require a paid subscription to watch.
I mean, that's nice.
Beginning this fall, all YouTube original programming will be available for free with ads, of course. Season 2 of Cobra Kai will begin streaming for free starting September 11th. Never forget. With 1 episode dropping each week. Season 1, however, will only be free for 2 weeks from August 29th to September 11th.
Well, that's kind of cool. But so here's the thing, though. It shouldn't. I wish they would have let Ward and I write it, and we would have ended it with season 2.
You could have ended it with
Because it's
season 2.
Ralph Macchio and the blonde kid, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a good show. Season 1 is excellent. And how we would have ended it was that basically both dojos, which one of them is like strike first, be badass, Cobra Kai, right? And then like Miyagi-Do.
green, Danny boy!
But like Miyagi-Do is like, self-defense only and blah, blah, blah.
Wax on, wax off.
We would have ended it with both dojos being like, hey, there's pluses and minuses of both dojos. We should team up. This is the end of the series. Like we end it with like these two guys being friends, which they've already had like glimpses of them getting along really well as adults and stuff. And like, it should be. But then they tried shoehorning this.
More. Yeah, like Elizabeth shoehorn?
There are 3 fucking episodes.
It's pronounced Tolkien.
Was it 2 or 3 episodes of the girl and that kid making out?
There was plenty. There was at least 3.
I hated it.
I think there's 3.
Bonsai.
So
there's more making out in this show than there was in any of the original Karate Kid movies.
Yeah,
I
mean,
forgot there were more Karate Kid movies.
Yeah, 3 Karate Kid movies,
Yeah.
and what I think's happening is they're doing 3 seasons, like 3. And we talked about this last week beforehand, before it came on, right?
Did they not plan it originally as 3 seasons though?
I mean, it was.
They planned it as 1 season, and it was popular. Let's play the trailer for the first season here, real quick.
The first season is so good.
Man, that was 1984. Yeah, old. Ooh, original banquet beer.
Who is it?
Whole show.
Banzai! Daniel LaRusso here for LaRusso Auto. We are chopping prices on all of our inventory. Johnny? I knew it was you. This is Johnny Lawrence. He and I go way back.
Oh, this is the guy whose ass you kicked.
If you want to get technical.
No, I kicked his face.
I kicked his face.
Hey, where you going, Coleman? Oh, I didn't know you guys were trying to buy beer. Hey! Watch your car, man. Get the hell out of here, loser.
Was that like Taekwondo or something?
It's karate.
Do you think you could teach me?
Good song choice, by the way. I have this in my playlist.
I see.
What's that?
I have this song in my
30
playlist.
years, I thought that guy might have changed, but still the same prick. I heard you beat up a bunch of teenagers.
I didn't beat up any teenagers. I kicked the crap out of a bunch of assholes who deserved it.
Didn't say kick the crap.
Thinks he can bring Cobra Kai back to the valley? Not on my watch.
You want those kids at school to keep dumping things on your head? You want all the girls to think you're a wangless dork? You're gonna be my karate teacher? No. I'm gonna be your sensei.
Wow.
Dude,
This
fucking
only
rad.
one fucking season though.
I know. This is what I'm
I
saying.
don't want to watch more, but the trailer, this is the first time I've ever seen this.
I'm gonna teach you the style of karate that was taught to me. A method of fighting your pansy-ass generation desperately needs.
I got goosebumps
Okay, let's
again
see
just
what you got.
watching it.
This trailer, yeah.
Yeah.
And?
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Kick the pecker on the gut.
Girl's a natural cobra.
Wow.
You and I, we aren't done.
Dude, it's the season 1 is it's as good as the trailer.
Why would Danny Boy even come back for that and be like, here's to him, I'm gonna continue selling fucking cars.
So I think that's part of it is like Danny's the one like he can't let it go. Just let the guy do what he wants to do. He's like starting a business back up and like barely making
Is
it.
there a
Just
season
let
2
him.
trailer?
Yeah. You want to watch the
was
season
there?
2 trailer?
Why not?
It's not as good,
I'm
but
totally sure it's not as
But-
good. That was a really good trailer.
and it's a good season. Watch it. But you know what?
It's gonna be free.
End it. It will be free.
Season 2 was good.
It's fine.
It's not bad. It's just, but wasn't it similar to what I was?
Oh,
Yeah.
did they bring
What I
him
was concerned
back
about?
too?
Yes.
Fuck.
That's part of what I don't like, but yes.
Get out the shovels.
Cobra Kai is
Drag
back
glass
where it belongs.
blades, 'cause that guy's a corpse.
Back on top. But the real stories.
And that wasn't the plan initially. This guy ended up getting brought back in because
Right.
I think
I'm gonna make some money.
Yeah. I don't think he was doing anything.
Probably not.
Neither was Daniel LaRusso or Johnny Lawrence.
Right.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Ever since the tournament, all I've been thinking about are ways to destroy Cobra Kai.
But opening your own dojo?
Pussy.
This fucking meditation shit that he does throughout this fucking season is annoying as
That's
fuck.
how dumb the original Miyagi-Do
I know,
shit was.
I know, and
though.
that's what I was like. I'm watching. I'm like, it's cool
But
when
we
it's
were-
an old Asian
But
man
we
doing
were
it, not when it's
kids. We didn't
yeah.
know recognize
Danielson's.
that though. It's lame now. I actually have a whole take. Man, I texted you my take, which you wanted me to tell you,
You
but
think a kid can
Play
meditate
it.
today? Where's my fucking iPhone?
okay, play it. Play the thing. I'll give you my take.
Balance
Remember, you liked
is
it.
my thing. We got some new recruits.
Cobras, show them what real karate looks like.
It's just an insane karate cult that's brainwashing half the school.
That's why I'm opening up Miyagi-Do.
You had to handle, so I got to get up and go.
This kid's so much
Someday the
prettier
fight
than,
may come to you.
That's Johnny's
I wanna
son.
make sure
The
you're
hair
ready.
is.
Got you.
Time to
Nobody
see
has
what
hair
Miyagi-Do
like
is made
that.
of.
it's like they got Jonathan Brandis's DNA
Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World.
before we dumped this dead hanging body into the.
Nobody has hair like that, and that was irritating to me in the whole show.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just not real. No one has hair like that.
Something tells me there's a can of wax in my future.
It's a
Dumb.
We're devolving our children, by the
Yeah.
way. Have you seen some of the kids shows that are on Netflix anymore?
No.
My kids were watching stuff tonight, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Well, because there isn't anything happening. It's just flash, flash, flash.
Well,
flash.
even that, but I mean, like the stories they tell are getting. It's like it's getting worse.
Sure.
And I felt like we went through a period where it seemed worse, but it's actually now it's worse. Like they're dumbing it down.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to make
kids.
fun of something else tonight, but
It's
we gotta
all
get
done after
through
Batman.
this.
Let's get through this.
We gotta get through this. We gotta talk about
Which one of
Avengers.
you has the
and-
balls to take on the champ?
My name's Miguel.
Tori. With a Y.
You better hope that your soldiers are ready.
Big kids.
Do you have a crush?
See, half the shit I had checked out and didn't even I don't remember
like,
shit here
why are
because
they
I was
doing
playing
this?
Tetris.
Nobody's watching this shit.
This too
I
much.
don't
This
care
was
about-
yeah.
The relationship part of it. This is the stuff my dad
season
fast
one-
forwards through.
So season 1 didn't have any of this. I mean, it did. It had the relationship between the girl, the high school. It was,
But it was, like,
hardly
light.
in it. Yeah, it was. This season, this is
Is
one
it
of the
Robin?
things that ruined the
Fight
season
is only
2.
over when you say it is.
Let's finish the fight.
The sensei doesn't teach destruction and disrespect.
We need to talk about what you've been putting in my kids' heads.
Same lessons I taught you. Strike first, strike hard.
No mercy.
Fighting positions?
Impossibly good.
These things don't end well.
This isn't a tournament, this is real life.
There are no rules.
It's not how I taught you to fight.
By the way, that thing that she wrapped around her hand in the show, it's like
Was that a strap
fucking
bracelet?
clearly rubber. And she punches the main girl with it, and it fucking scratches her face, and it's like,
Dude. That would fuck her up.
dude, it's like fucking clearly rubber. Like, but they try to make it like it's metal. God, and
And they
it's
use
so
it in
like,
high school. In a high school.
shut up, no.
Bring it on.
That was the best part of the season. Was when they finally.
Because they got rid of all the kids and they
Right.
went with.
They got to the characters we cared about. Yeah.
All right, did you guys have anything else about Cobra Kai?
No.
All right, let's move on.
Just get through it. Watch season 2 as well. Season 3 should be the last season, though, right?
Yeah, I would hope so because I think that anything more than the two of them coming, like the way I expect season 3 to go is the two of them coming together to go against what's his face,
The old guy?
the old guy.
I also just feel like when you watch, so they have like this choose the side hashtag Team Miyagi-Do or hashtag Team Cobra Kai. First off, I feel like anybody who's watched the show is not going to choose Miyagi-Do because it is beyond lame. Oh, here's my takeaway. I gotta tell you. Okay, so the big takeaway for the whole thing that I got out of it, I text this to Ward. The big takeaway from the whole thing, just everything, all of it. Karate's, by the way, I'm going to say, karate's fucking gay.
Yeah, super gay.
Like, it's like not, and I don't mean like the fun, like, homosexual
it's
gay.
For special kids.
I'd actually rather watch, like,
it's just
gay,
gay sex?
Gay
it's like
sex.
It's just kick dancing.
It's karate's.
It's all katas and stuff.
It's fucking lame. No, I just mean like the whole, everything in the show. Like, I don't know if they were trying to show us it. Like, karate's fucking lame. Like, it's a lame thing. And people who are into karate, like, too much.
Really, you should do
that's
judo
fucking
or
lame.
taekwondo or something that has some kind of relevance, but karate is dumb.
For me, I took, what was it? I took I took a mixed martial arts class from Frank Arnett, the one that owns Martial Arts America. He did a mixed martial arts class at LCSC, and it ended up being basically like honestly like a glorified self-defense class where he was like, I'm going to teach you how to throw like real punches and real kicks and real knees. You're not going to do anything fucking flashy or special, but if you get into a fight, you're going to be able to defend yourself. And I was like, you know what? That's enough for me.
Fuck yeah.
And so I can throw a pretty good punch and I can throw some pretty good knees. And I know how to knee you in the groin and be like, I don't know you. You know?
No babies for you, bitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys.
What's next? We're going to spoil Endgame
Let's
or
talk
Game
about
of
Endgame.
Thrones or...
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Endgame. So first off, I want to start this off.
Once again, spoilers.
Captain America was
spoilers.
the MVP. He is the MVP in my fucking book.
I agree.
Captain America?
Yeah. Mjolnir and Cap.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Avengers Assemble. It's
That
like,
was a highlight.
Cap,
Yeah.
On your left. Huh?
Yeah.
We're about to get stroked. Oh, no, you're not.
That was actually my so my favorite part of the movie was him picking up Mjolnir and and then I also love that Thor knew.
Thor,
He picks
I
it up.
knew it!
I knew it. Like, I love that he's like happy about it. I was like, man, that's cool. Okay.
Which part was that?
When Captain picks up Mjolnir, like the hammer.
He summons it. Well,
yeah, that's right.
Motherfucker's about to get killed like he killed
Yeah.
Thanos. I was like, all right, this is how Thor goes out. But no, they didn't. The only person I wanted to come back was Chris Hemsworth. I'm done with RDJ. He had a great run.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
His scene at the end
it's all
was
fantastic.
great.
Let me throw this
Well
out there,
acted.
please.
I am Iron Man.
This is a
Throw back to the
constant.
first one.
This is okay. Now I've heard it from you a little bit. I talked to my friend Patrick O'Shag Hennessy, one of my best friends. We had the same feeling as well. I want to run this past you guys. Going into this movie, it being Avengers Endgame, regardless of what the outcome was, this was the end game for me. I'm done. Like, going into this movie, like, I was like, they better wrap this story up well because I'm done now.
With Marvel?
No, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to go to any more, like,
At the theater.
Thursday night movies, like, waiting for the movie to start with bated breath.
I
like,
waited till Monday night. To go
No,
to
but what I'm saying is, like, it's been 10 years and I watched a full story arc now.
Hasn't it been 15 years almost?
I think it's only 11.
Wasn't Iron Man? What year was Iron Man?
2008.
Was it 2008?
Yeah,
really?
it's 11 years.
I felt like it was 2005.
Huh?
I'm getting ahead of myself.
So
Anyway, go on.
We're not that old yet.
So Iron Man, like, happened, like, it ends, he dies. Like, going into this movie, I was like, this is the end game for me. Like, this is the end of an era. Like, I liken it to, I watch basketball. Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki retired this year, and I was like, wow, what an end of an era.
And you watch all their games?
I watched a lot of most of their games. I like a lot of the games.
That's a lot more hours than Marvel movies.
But what I'm saying is, so Dirk Nowitzki, like these two guys, these icons from like me watching basketball in my young 20s, like that ended this year, the same year as like the Avengers, and I was like, man, what an end of an era. Like this ending was definitely me being like, this is the end of an era for me. Like I'm gonna still watch Marvel movies, but they're gonna be on demand.
Dude, I'll still pay to go to the. I only go to the
for
theater
what?
Seriously, 3 or 4 years, or 3 or 4 times a year.
But what's left?
Disney Plus. They totally set up
theaters,
Loki's show. Loki in the alternate universe when he steals the Tesseract.
But I mean, like in theaters, like what is left?
Guardians 3
has
will
to be new.
Probably fun to watch in the theater
for sure.
But
maybe
Thor, sure.
Yeah, Thor, sure. Yes.
Maybe.
But that's probably the only one. Like I'm not. Did you go to Captain Marvel?
No.
I had no interest in seeing it.
And
I don't care about that character.
It was
that's all I'm
at best.
I didn't care for that character in Endgame.
So that's
she
all.
Didn't do hardly anything. I thought
that's
she was
all I'm trying to say,
and it wasn't.
That's all I'm trying to say is like this arc with like these main Avengers ended, and that's the end game for me too. Like I'm not gonna like people were like upset that there wasn't like an after movie teaser for the next thing. No, fuck you. I don't want to see the next thing.
What about Spider-Man Far From Home? Are you gonna go see it?
Oh, I didn't watch the last one in theaters.
I didn't watch the last one in theaters either.
That's what I mean. No. That's what I mean is that I'm not saying I'm not going to watch these movies. I'm just saying that I'm going to watch them at home at my own leisure now.
I feel
similarly, but I won't say.
Nah,
I can never say never because I have kids. Dude, so I might go with them, but there might be one that pulls me in enough that I'm like, okay, well, I want to see this.
My biggest MCU regret, I didn't see Doctor Strange in the theater. We watched the intro to it. I paused it, told my girlfriend, I should have seen this in the theater.
Yeah, I mean, I did love that movie.
Mads fucking Mikkelsen. That's all I've got to say.
He dies.
Who cares? He was in it. It was fantastic.
Doesn't matter. They kill the best. I mean.
But they played up Chiwetel Ejiofor. How do you pronounce his name?
Chiwetel Ejiofor. I don't know.
Yeah. To be the next villain. Oh my god.
What do you think about
Doctor Strange Part 2? You're gonna go see that in the theater?
No, probably not. Why not? Because I can watch it at home.
Because
I hate all of the fucking people that go to those movies. Even at Endgame, I didn't want to go. I would not have paid to go watch the movie in theaters, but I didn't want it to be spoiled for me.
That's why I don't like the theaters. The people that go. I went Monday at 6:10, which was the first non-matinee. So the theater was a little over half full.
That's better.
One person got up to use the bathroom the entire time. I was really proud of my audience.
Mine was like packed. I went on. We went on
to the bathroom.
Sunday.
I'll tell you when in a minute.
Oh. I held that fucking.
Dude,
thing.
I didn't have anything to drink. I was dry when I walked in.
That's smart. I did not.
My old lady didn't even. Get
I went at the tail end of the Black Widow Hawkeye.
Oh, that was a perfect time.
That's what
because you know how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay,
dude,
this is
fucking
bathroom
perfect.
time.
Something I saw online was like, if you go to the bathroom during any of the Gamora scenes, go for it. And I was like, damn it, that's so true.
Yeah.
I could have done that.
It was too bad.
Which sucked because in the last in Infinity War, I loved Gamora and I loved her in the Guardians movies.
Yeah, but they ended her. Yeah. And it was fine.
You guys, I don't want you to think that I don't love the movies. I'm just saying that, like, I've already been like few and far between on my viewings, anyways.
No, I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from.
I skipped so many movies in the
right,
theater.
and I haven't seen any of the Ant-Man in theaters. Even though, by the way, I've watched both of those movies. Loved them both.
Yeah,
loved both Ant-Man movies.
But you don't have to see them in the theater.
No, and I'm not gonna watch Captain Marvel
You don't need to.
I'm probably
There's
not
no
going to
reason
see
to.
it. I don't care
It's
to.
just filler.
Yeah, I don't know that I will. I mean, I might because kids, but
It's fucking filler.
I don't want to sound like a fucking neckbeard, but Brie Larson's kind of a piece of shit. I don't really want to watch any of her movies. I don't really want to watch her in anything. She's such a piece of shit in her interviews.
the best movie she was in was Room.
Which is a good movie.
The next phase of Marvel, they're going to have their first openly homosexual character. You're not going to go to the theater and support that?
Will that be her?
No.
Which one?
I don't know who it's going to be, but they said they're going to finally be pushing it.
But who would it be? I mean, depending on who it is, I don't care.
They've waited so long without shoehorning in the butt sex.
If they made hey, I'm not gonna. Okay.
I don't have a problem with it, except
I don't
it's
know
like
either.
it's almost like it's an obligatory thing. Like we have to do this.
I mean,
send
like
this message.
What romances have there been? Okay, there's been the good one in Captain America with Agent Carter, but really, Thor with
Jane
Star
Foster.
Wars prequel girl, it just wasn't happening.
So here's the thing:
I loved that scene where he talked about her.
Yeah, but that's all Chris Hemsworth. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
so
he's
glad he's still
he's pretty much the only one returning. I thought I heard they were doing a Black Widow movie.
They are.
So that's interesting that they killed her off.
I'm hoping it's a prequel.
There's some sort of online trailer or online theory going on about when they brought back all the
off screen
stones.
bring
All
her
the
back.
stones.
Cool. That's a
And
smart
he bought her
idea.
back.
That could
Stupid.
be.
But it
No.
would be a stupid way to
But
do it.
They've killed off all the expensive characters except for Chris Hemsworth. Because Black Widow movie, ScarJo is making $20 million. Plus producer credit.
Not just expensive though. I mean, they wanted to go. Dude,
But would you go to a Black Widow movie?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't.
No.
It doesn't interest me.
I have 0% interest.
That's
in
why
that.
I'm looking forward to Disney Plus. $6.99 a month. I can watch all of the new
That's what
Marvel
it's gonna be?
content
When is
in-
that?
Hawkeye.
Start November. Hawkeye will be an event series where he passes the torch. No more Jeremy Renner.
And apparently, I don't know if either of you have read this. I know you have not, but you might have.
What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
What's the last comic book you read?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
No, it's fine.
So,
Go ahead.
Fake geek.
I don't just know his. I don't know his comic book prowess.
Sure.
The Hawkeye
yeah.
series. The Hawkeye series is apparently supposed to be based on the comic book series that was done by Matt Fraction, which, by the way, I got to meet Matt Fraction at Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle, which was super fucking rad. Nice dude. Katie went with me, and she was Sweet Tooth, one of his characters, and he saw her from like across the fucking thing when it was like, Sweet Tooth, like fucking dude, just elated that it was his character, you know? Anyway, this storyline for Hawkeye is supposed to be based on his comic book run of Hawkeye, and it was like award winning. So super good is my whole point, is that like it's not going to be like Arrow. It's not going to be like Arrow. It'll be good.
It's Clint passing the torch to the next
Yes.
iteration of Hawkeye.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but it's going to be good because it's based on this Matt Fraction series,
And it's
which is
only
like
maybe
fucking
6
rad.
or maybe 8 episodes.
I know.
Arrow was good.
All I'm saying.
Did you ever? How far into Arrow did you get?
0.
4 seasons?
Yeah.
See, I got like a season and a half, and then I stopped watching.
Season 1 and 2 are all right.
And then, I was like, I was still interested.
3's bad, 4's bad.
Cameron watched them all.
No shit.
And was like, "Are you still watching Arrow?" I'm like,
You're like, no,
sorry,
son, I don't.
How about fucking Cap getting in the elevator and it's like, wow, this feels like Winter Soldier, and then he
I
goes,
love
"Hail
that.
Hydra."
Oh, that was so good. That was so good,
What
man.
a fucking badass.
That was great.
So good. I'm gonna throw it out there. My favorite person in the whole movie and in the entire new movie was fucking Ant-Man.
He is fantastic.
He was MVP, baby. I love. I mean, even the scene that's in the fucking trailer where he's like, "Hey, it's me, Ant-Man."
We met in Germany at the airport.
There was like some point like in the movie where I just wanted to like turn over to Brie and just be like, it's fucking Paul Rudd. Like it's still just Paul Rudd.
Did Evangeline Lilly even have any words in the movie? She might have talked to him really briefly.
I got another neckbeard moment too. I just don't give a shit about them, all the women doing that one little
the
fucking
girl power.
The one little fucking girl power moment.
At least it was
I
so
don't
short.
care.
It's a 3-hour movie. We can throw in 5 seconds.
Why though? It doesn't matter.
It's because
it's female fan service.
Yeah.
And every show has fan service. Even Game of Thrones.
Okay, so one thing that was really
Especially
nice, I will say one thing that was really nice, it was really nice to see. So one of my favorite Avengers, one of my favorite characters in Marvel is actually Scarlet Witch. Not kidding. Wanda is actually one of my favorite characters.
I really like her tits.
So it's actually funny you say that though, but as a kid though, like total like little kid boner for Wanda, like loved Scarlet Witch.
Don't even talk about her being Magneto's kid.
Nope, not at all. So in the movie, dude, when she fucking like screws with Thanos, and you're like, I was like, honestly, I wanted to stand up and be like, there you go, that's Scarlet Witch, because in Infinity War, I was actually pretty pissed off at how much they nerfed her, video game term.
For real?
I didn't like how much they nerfed her. I want to throw out there how much I hate how much they nerfed of the Vision in the last movie.
Because those guys are really powerful, but
the Vision fucks up Ultron, who's one of the best villains ever. He's completely vibranium. The Vision makes light of him like he's made out of aluminum. But in this movie, he can't even beat up one of Thanos's
underlings,
like underdudes. He sucks.
The best part
and
about
she sucks.
Yeah. The best part about Infinity War is how they made Thor from like back tier character, like third tier, to God tier. He's just up there in your fucking face.
Oh, I do. Isn't it weird when you watch a movie that has like when you watch a show that has a character that plays a bad guy in a show you watch? I love the Valkyrie. I love her. I do. From the Avengers.
I can't wait till they do Men in Black.
Same
It's
here.
fucking Chris
Also,
Hemsworth
though,
and Valkyrie.
I fucking hate her because of Westworld. I fucking can't stand her because of Westworld.
Is she in season 2?
She's in season 1 and 2.
Which one's that?
Who's she in season 1?
Valkyrie. Who's Valkyrie?
The darker.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
She's in Westworld.
The Michelle. She reminds me of what's her face off of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh,
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez post getting her teeth straightened.
Yeah.
That gal is trash.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, yes. Yes. So is speaking of trash. So is the ginger from Game of Thrones. I've seen a few of her Instagram posts, and God, she is just disgusting.
Which ginger?
The Stark.
Oh, Sophie Turner.
So she's disgusting. She's a horrible person, and she's disgusting.
Does write some crazy shit.
Oh no, not just right. She films
like the
herself.
bunny hump. It's like right up in that pussy.
She films herself being drunk, and then like that girl that played Arya, Maisie, whatever,
Williams.
When she turned 18 years old, the one that plays Stark, filmed herself on Instagram being like drunk, and it was like, oh, I can't wait to see Maisie pop that pussy. She's just she's disgusting.
We're gonna get to see her in Dark Phoenix.
Disgusting British trash.
Can you imagine being that young and being that rich and celebrity?
Right. Also,
Not me.
What is her
also
name?
speaking of
Sophie Turner.
Also, speaking of Dark Phoenix, I do not give a hot shit about those X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched them for about 4 movies.
I saw first. Oh, I saw First Class in the theater, and I didn't watch another one. I have what It took me 2 sittings to get through Apocalypse.
Do you? Yeah, I have not seen it.
I couldn't get through the whole thing.
I have not seen Apocalypse, and I watched half of Days of Future Past when I was like, and I didn't watch First Class, so I went straight to Days of Future Past, and I was like, this blows.
Oh.
Okay.
Which one? Which one of these?
I don't remember.
It's Sophie Turner being drunk and stupid.
Yeah.
Google that.
She's like, I can't wait to see Maisie get her pussy popped. Says literally like
They were like
pussy
a bunny hop thing. I saw that on Twitter.
Okay.
I saw that on a
Overall,
link for Twitter, 'cause
though,
I don't have Twitter.
what do you think? Avengers Endgame. Do you think? Okay.
It was fucking fantastic.
Do you think it wrapped
And
up the
RDJ
story?
would never have to work another day in his life.
Do you
He
think it
made
wrapped
so
up the
much
story
fucking
that?
money.
Sure.
A retarded amount of money.
Do you think it wrapped up exactly what we needed it to wrap up, though?
Yeah.
For phase 1, for those, what I'm saying is when I say Avengers Endgame was the end game for me, do you think it's fair for me to say like I'm cool with it, like ending those characters, that arc?
Is that a salt shaker on your arm?
Yeah, I'm salty.
I'm so jealous.
You like that? I'm salty.
That is fucking tight.
Oh, I gotta make tinkles. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Okay.
What do you
got? Light outside. Somebody's gonna see your wang.
How could they not see
We
it?
need an outside camera that shows our back while we're urinating. Seriously, dude. And make sure the podcast goes like 2 hours, because I'm getting close to having to pee, but I'm not gonna do it because
No, I made an enclosure. I made an enclosure.
So. Is there a pee corner?
Yes.
I had the best joke where I said I had to go to the bathroom, right? But I didn't know what to hold on to, and I had to.
We need a microphone out there too.
I didn't know what to hold on to, and I had to poop.
Dude, you have side. No one. You have to be so fucked up to poop outside. That would be really hard.
So Vox.com has the 22 Marvel movies ranked.
Oh, I don't want to hear the rank.
Well, let's go through them. See if we agree.
Fucking dicks.
Incredible Hulk at 22.
Yeah, word.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
That's as low as it can go.
Yeah.
That's the Edward Norton one.
Yeah, it's not even Ruffalo, so.
Thor: Dark World.
Yeah.
21.
It's just tough. It's too dry.
Iron Man 2, I would say probably, because I don't remember that movie.
I thought Iron Man 3 was worse, but.
Was Iron Man 3 the
Extremis?
Was that the Guy Pearce one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so bad.
It was goofball.
And Iron Man 2 wasn't it Sam Rockwell?
Yeah, I think
Him
so.
alone makes it better.
Yeah, I could see that. I need to rewatch it. It's been a while. Doctor Strange. I don't know about that. I feel like it's better than
I thought Doctor Strange
that.
was really
But there's
good.
so many movies.
They got Chiwetel Ejiofor and Mads Mikkelsen. And all of the crazy fucking visuals.
Look at you say that name right this time.
Woo! I said it the same way I said it before.
But it rolled off
it's
like
a whole bunch
Chiwetel
of
Elijah
fucking
for just
letters.
like.
It is a stupid bunch of letters. Can we get like Alexa to say it for us or something? What the fuck is his name? He's in fucking Firefly, man. Who? He plays the assassin.
Oh yeah.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Alexa can't pronounce my name, so.
Ward?
Wad.
Oh man.
They have Ant-Man at 17.
What are you guys talking? Where do you rank them?
These are ranked the 22 Marvel movies ranked from best to worst to best.
22. That's what I'm saying. This is the end game for me. I'm good.
Let's go on a Game of Thrones.
Watch them.
Yeah, there's 22 movies. Yeah, Game of Thrones. Okay. So
Bran is the big bad. Bran is the bad guy. I'm talking to you, Jon Snow. You know nothing.
we haven't done it yet. No.
Bran is
We
the
talked before
bad
show
guy.
started. Tell us more about your theory there.
Oh no, I got this theory off Reddit.
But your theory that you got off Reddit. Tell us more about your theory that you got.
There's only one explanation to have the big bad of the Night King, who was the chief of the White Walkers from the very first scene of season 1, episode 1. die just like that and have 3 more episodes? Cersei's not the big bad. It's fucking Bran.
Do you think he's mad because Jaime pushed him out the window?
No, he's been possessed by whatever the other is, like the great other, whatever really instigates the long night.
Okay.
And they're going to go south. Bran's going to find a way. Oh, well, I should go south too. Well, what good are you, fucking cripple boy? We'll just push you the whole way. No, really.
I need to be there.
There's going to be some fucking psycho twist, and it's going to make...
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Episode 3, there were so many things wrong with it. All of the battle strategy, it was fucking terrible. You just throw away your cavalry. Yeah, it was wicked to see on TV. Just all those flames getting snuffed out. But what a waste.
Well, it should have been them. It shouldn't have been them. It should have been really like in 1 minute, in 1 minute of one episode of one show, you killed off the entire Dothraki army.
Yeah, like
well, this goes back to the nerfing that you were talking about. Yep. They just got they got nerfed. They were showing they've shown
the loot train
much better.
They just rolled through Jaime's forces. Yeah. And then the dragon comes out, Bronn shoots the dragon, all that stuff. But and then you start to look at it, it's like, what costs a lot of money? Well, all this stuff with the Dothraki and the horses, it costs a lot of money, the CG budget. Let's just throw them out there in the dark and get rid of them.
And just watch a bunch of candles go out.
You're right. You're right. We haven't talked about this yet because I haven't got to give my theory. So my big complaint about episode 3 was only one complaint. I actually liked the episode. I liked it.
It was too dark.
I liked it less.
It was too dark.
I mean, I can actually see the complaint on it.
I get it, but Jesus.
I turned off all the lights. I could see it just fine. When all the whites line up against the flaming trenches, why weren't you filling them full of arrows? They're just standing there watching.
I know.
What the fuck? You guys you've been... Even Gendry's been churning out all these fucking obsidian arrows. Why aren't you just filling them full of them? And then... Jon Snow, he's standing there after Dany lands the dragon in the middle of all the dead. It's like, fuck, you guys are all so fucking stupid.
I had 2 though. Firstly, I hated that over 8 seasons, the show's in its 8th season now. It took 1 episode for me to completely just hate one character, and that's Daenerys. I do not give a shit about that character. I do not care about that character. She's a terrible pet owner who's an idiot, and I don't like stupid characters in TV shows.
At the start of the season, I thought she was going to go crazy, like her dad, the Mad King.
Right.
I thought maybe that was the way they were going to go.
I'd be okay with that, yeah.
That's not the way it's going to go. They would have...
You don't think so?
They would have put something else in this one.
They would have laid some groundwork.
Crazy enough.
Yeah.
I don't even have thoughts.
In episode 3, my big complaint about it is that there wasn't enough consequences. There wasn't enough takeaway. They killed C characters.
How many times?
Not B characters. Right.
Yeah.
There was no consequences. The only characters that died in episode 3 are C characters.
Well, you're right. Yeah. No. Well,
two B characters died. One of them was a C for 2 seasons.
You're talking about Theon and Jorah?
Theon was he's a solid B character.
Right.
Jorah was a C character for 2 seasons. Where we didn't...
C+.
But
yeah.
Jorah died exactly how you expected Jorah to die. That was his end game.
But I see what you're saying, because the first part of the series you're watching and you're like, well, what is going on? Like, who cares about this guy? But he was more important than what's the other guy that they recast?
Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah.
Him, but
died
no, the one with the one that showed up.
Dario Naharis.
Dario, yeah.
Only because he was that guy was a Deadpool.
Douche.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this show.
He should
have stayed.
If you have 6 episodes for this season, in episode 3, which by the way, in episode 2, everyone can agree nothing happened in. It was just happy stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
it was
I would have
just
liked an entire episode of just those guys sitting around the fire BSing.
Sure, but if you took emotion from the show, there's 1 which is like flat, 2 is like happy. Oh, she is a knight now. Oh, okay.
So then we kill her. Episode 3. We should fucking
That's
kill
what
her.
we planned on.
Brienne should be dead.
There is something. There has got to be more. There is no way that
There has to be more for her if they didn't kill her in the 3rd episode because she should have been done. They should have snuffed her out like
it's gonna
immediately.
Be crazy fucking twist. These guys
So
have got
this
to have
is-
something lined up.
So in my personal opinion, this is what happened in episode 3. This is actually what happened in it. Is that it was just, and hot take maybe, lazy writing.
It was, and why is it lazy writing? Because they've got away from the books, and these guys have got away from the soul of Game of Thrones, where war is bad and people who are good die.
Just
and,
lazy.
And then they just they're overrun with fucking zombies, and then somebody comes and saves them a little bit, and then look, Jon's walking through, and all he sees through the entire courtyard is fucking named characters, and they're almost going to die, but guess what? None of them die.
Well, and they were also asked to stretch 2 unwritten books out into 3 seasons too.
They did get the outline from Gurm about how it's.
I mean, they
end.
get
right.
They get writers though. I mean, they get actual for real writers to write that out. I mean, it's not like a lot of stretching out. I mean, there's actual writers that come in that are like they get writers of scripts who are better writers than J.R.R. Martin.
Get the better writers that do the Dorne storyline.
There are better writers that do scripts that are than him that did those books that they could bring in, but instead they don't do that. They're just like, well,
Gurm could do it if he had another 20 years, and I have no faith in him finishing.
the fuck else is he doing?
Nothing. Jerking it.
He had he had no intention of finishing that series.
He got
once you finish it in your head though, there's less interest in putting it to paper.
I don't think so. Once you finish it, you just get there.
I don't think he cared.
He created all these characters, and motherfucker.
Sorry.
There were a lot of things still going in the book because Captain Stark was brought back to life.
He had other stories though.
No, he's just going on prequels because he doesn't know how he's going to finish.
No. I'm talking about he has completely other books.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, no, he didn't. What happened was he got fucking bored. That's what happens. He got bored doing Game of Thrones, and then somebody approached him years ago and was like, "Hey, George, we want to make a show about this series." And he was like, "Oh, God, I probably should. I haven't really ended that." And he's like, "Well, I guess I can. Yeah, do it. I'm working on that last book." And they're like, "Oh, really? Seriously?" And they're like, "He's like, yeah. I'm working on it."
He started a fucking fantasy story that bucked all the fantasy tropes. It's like Ned Stark, he was the fucking hero, fucking dead in the first book.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I reading?
Well, I mean,
that's cool.
And
That's
book
cool.
3, book 3, the lead up to the Red Wedding.
Red Wedding, Mountain and the Viper.
Man.
Yeah.
So I still have faith in the last 3 episodes that it's
I don't.
Something's got to happen.
to be good.
I hope you're right.
It has to be good.
I think
because
it ends
I'm worried
on the laziest.
because I'm worried that it's going to end on this light, happy ending note.
I don't think it
Well, can I tell you what I would have done?
It shouldn't, but I'm worried that it will.
The show should not end on
hope for spring.
on a light, happy note. It should not.
No.
It hasn't so far. But here's the problem: is he didn't write these episodes. Other people did.
But he has an idea how it ends, and the only character that has plot armor is Arya.
They don't.
Because his
The
wife
writers
told him that
of
she
this
can't
show,
die.
the writers of this show, don't give a hot shit what George R.R. Martin wrote. They do not
But
care.
whatever his overall vision for it is, has got to be the best because he started out.
No, and
so
I
strong.
agree. I agree that he does. But whoever the writers are, like little fucking between 20 and 30-year-old writers who are writing the script and just giving it to the executives, hey, you better write me a scene this afternoon. In Hollywood, and they're like, oh, just writing it. Like, they don't give a hot shit what he thinks. Like, they don't care. They're just writing it out. Oh, I gotta fucking, who dies in this
I
scene?
only hope it'd be better than that because they spent so much fucking money on it.
Who dies in this scene? Oh, Theon.
You're a good man.
And they're like, Theon? And he's like, yeah, Theon. And he's like, there's like, everyone's here, right? Everyone's in Winterfell. And he's like, yeah, but Theon though, right?
Yeah, but we knew Theon was gonna go. We're in fan service mode, but Brienne should have died.
Yeah, because her arc.
I don't think we are in fan service mode because I think I want more stakes. Also, I didn't read the books. Also, I didn't watch between season 3 and 6. I didn't watch those seasons,
which is a mistake.
Yeah, big mistake.
Is it?
Yeah.
3's a really good season. So's 4.
It doesn't start to go to shit until 5.
Yeah. 4 is really good.
I've seen.
You need to go back and
go back.
Huh?
Go back.
Go sit down and watch it.
Go watch. Just watch them.
Nah, there's better stuff.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
There's way better shows. I've been watching them.
What are you watching?
What's that?
What are you watching?
I'd rather watch The Office again.
Can we just end the episode now?
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go back and rewatch them, dude. I don't like fantasy all that much.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna go back and go back and watch
You
them.
didn't even see
No, I've seen. So here's the thing. This is where you guys are mistaken. I've watched every major scene that could happen, and I've read them all through Wikipedia. I know what's happened in the show.
So you've watched the Mountain and the Viper scene.
Oh, yes, I've watched it 1,000 times.
Okay.
And the Red Wedding, and I've seen all of those scenes because the internet's out there, and they're like, "Here's some shit you should watch." So I've seen all of those scenes, and I know what happens, but I don't have to know.
So where Derek watches the Reader's Digest version of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know just as many characters' names as you do because you're not going to remember all of them.
No, you're right. No, and you're right.
And
I've had to rewatch.
I remember all of them.
But I've had to rewatch several.
The one.
But you've read the books. Right?
I read the books a long time ago.
Yeah.
But most
also
people
have a head for
most people don't remember the names of the characters in the show though.
Oh no, they don't.
So here's the problem.
I watch shows right now that I don't know the characters' names that I've watched for years.
Here's the problem is I've been in a creative writing class 101 and so have you. Yeah. And you're not supposed to introduce that many characters that are named the same fucking name. Bran, Braun, Brown. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Name them other names.
That's true, but in the real world,
dumb.
But in the real world, though, if you have a class, you have like 3 Matts in your class. So
or Chris's.
So that's the thing too. Is like. Well,
yeah,
I've
but
only
except, that's horseshit.
I couldn't make friends with a second Matt because I've already made a friend with one Matt.
No, that's horseshit. Nobody's ever been in the same class and been like, Matt. We're going to call you all Matt. That's a fucking lie. You know it. You go Matt 2, and Matt I don't give a fuck about. You know that's a fucking lie. That's never happened.
No. It's Matt, Matthias, Skinny Matt, Little Matt.
Right. It's Matt with 2 T's, and Matt the gay one. I don't care. That's a fucking lie. You know that's not true. Don't fuck with that's not true. So Bran, Braun, Brain. That's stupid.
Didn't they have to rename Asha and Osha because they were both spelled the same way?
I don't think there's 2 of them.
No, Asha. Which one's Asha? That's Theon's sister, right?
Oh, yeah.
The one
and then
diddles?
Osha was the one that like was Bran that
Diddles.
packed Bran around on her back.
Oh, yeah.
The one that
The wildling.
Yeah.
The one that packs him around that in 1 second in 1 season he's like, I don't need you anymore.
Whatever happened to her?
No, he did. I think this last season, did he just say, I don't need you?
Oh, no, that was...
That was the other kids that they paired up with. The brother and sister.
Good. Anyway, my whole point is...
The other seer, right?
My whole point is, you guys, it's hacky. It doesn't matter.
No, you're right. I mean, that you're taught to write differently, but in the real
missed out on
world...
a lot of titties.
But in the real world, we don't do it. We don't do that, though. That's the real world. If you were in a class with 3 Matts, you would distinguish them differently.
Well, you'd have their last names to go off.
Last names or anything. Matt with 2 T's. Matt with usually last names, middle names.
You call them by their last name.
Right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen in this show. They're like, hey, I want you to know who all these characters are. I want you to get devoted into it. By the way, this guy's name is Bran, and this one's name is Braun. This is Osha.
They never even met.
This is Asha. This is Osha. Fuck you.
Aren't they spelled the same in the books?
Jesus.
Asha and Osha?
Yeah.
No,
they're spelled differently.
Yeah. What timestamp are we on?
We've been at it.
I don't know. We can close up.
No, I'm talking about just for the.
Oh,
because you want to find out where you're shouting.
Yeah,
I want to watch me shouting.
I want to isolate that. That's fun. That was fun. That was a fun moment.
Yeah.
Let me find out.
I've never seen you so animated. Cheers, brother.
That's
this
a fun
is the
moment.
best
That
show
was a
ever.
fun moment. That was a fun
This
moment.
is my first time spent poorly, and this is not time spent poorly, kids. This is time spent awesomely.
I think we spent it well.
Fuck yeah.
Myself, I personally.
Awesomely.
I'm not sure.
Thank
but
you
I'll
for
find
those intros, man. Those are, man, those are. That's
You haven't
great.
even heard him yet.
No, I'm talking about just for.
You haven't even heard him yet.
No, but I liked what I heard tonight for this show episode. The beard.
It took me an hour to do like 6 intros.
Did you do them at the studio?
110.
Yeah, you're fucking right. I did them at the studio.
110.
It's only an hour and 10 minutes. It's only 8:07.
That seems
incredibly short.
I would go by what's on Audacity.
Well, that'd be a really neat thing, except I didn't hit record on Audacity until way late in the show, so I'm going to have to go back and re-record it from YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I've 2 episodes in a row, I fucked something up.
I've done that a couple times.
I had us on mute last week for half an episode. This episode, I didn't hit record on Audacity.
Hey, everybody.
But I solved the mute problem.
I just want to let you know, anybody who watches this show, that this me yelling this much, well, I am this passionate about mostly everything.
And I love it. I'm so hard right now.
I do. This is somewhat something that I do that is
Watch
fun.
me get up to take a leak and brush against him.
No, you're gonna pee and it's gonna be like you're gonna pee.
Like, no, this is yours, Derek.
You're gonna pee and it's just gonna shoot up into your shirt.
No, really, all those intros. It was, if I didn't like a bit of it, I delete it all and I start over. Every time, I still don't like the intros.
What? That was great.
I liked them.
He told me he creamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them. The only thing, you know what I don't like about them? Is they're locked in with that same intro that I wrote. And so there's no uniquity to them every time. And that's not your fault. That's my fault. Because
I could change that. I could do a new one every week.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have the time to do that, though?
Yeah.
That would be rad. I mean, I would love
Except for now we're going to listen to it. Like, everybody gets their unique. Tonight's guest is.
Yeah. I can chop that.
Just what's his face?
I guess we'll just have to have you on the show more and
Is
just
it
do more
Eduardo,
live intros.
Or do you prefer Eduardo?
It doesn't matter. I don't
should
care.
Think about.
Well, I think
say it however you want to say it.
It's Eduardo.
Add some flavor to it.
Of the way it's spelled.
It's Eduardo because I'm the one. No, hold on. I made the nickname, so
Yeah.
it's Eduardo because I was fucking around one day and was like,
and I glommed onto it. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's mine now.
So it's Eduardo. Yeah, emphasis on the Ward. I was just coming up with a dad joke for Eduardo using Ward. Yeah. So that was on me. Yeah, that was my. We need to get you on the show more.
Yeah.
You're a natural third of this show.
I can't wait till we start filming porn.
This is no offense. This is no offense to any other guest on the show, but I'd say you and Peter are my faves.
Peter Brill.
But also they've been back the most. You guys have been back.
Yeah,
the most.
that's true. There is that. Yeah.
It's probably because we have no lives.
Somewhat. No,
that's what it is.
Somewhat, you loser.
Hey, Peter's a new homeowner. He doesn't have a life.
Are you getting called because I yelled?
No.
I don't know. I don't know who was even calling you. I was just asking if you're getting called because I yelled.
I'm so popular. Oh, somebody texted me.
What? You guys are popular.
No,
we should wrap it up. We're gonna go phone action.
Oh, it's just my way.
Yeah. We should. We've been going.
Yeah. No, it's a good show.
Bran is the big bad. I called it because I read stuff on Reddit, and I agree.
I read a thing that I liked, so I agreed with it. I called it.
Where's that fun outro music?
Do we have an outro?
Wow, this is the same
song.
outro.
This has been Time Spent Poorly with Eduardo and Derek.
Hey, I like that. There you go.
Thank
Save
you.
That. Isolate that.
And the beard.
And the beard.
I can't wait till you hear the other.
Thanks for everybody listening to the show. Make sure you follow us all on Twitter.
TSPN.fun.
He's good. He's good at this.
All right.
He is.
He's good at this.
I want to thank Rick for joining us this evening. We talked about a lot of things.
I'm going to open another beer.
Same.
Yeah.
But I want
Same.
one of those cheap.
Oh, Rolling Rock.
I want the white trash beers.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us
Cheers,
this episode.
bitches.
We'll be back next week for episode 3. Guest maybe. We'll see what happens. So thanks again for joining us. TSPN.fun. Go on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. It's TSPN Media. And if you go to iTunes, go ahead and subscribe and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. That would be wonderful.
5 stars, bitches.
5 stars only. If you feel this show is a 4-star show, eat a dick.